Hello, everyone. For our point of view unit, I chose to analyze Jordan Peele's 2017 directorial debut, Get Out. The scene I chose takes place during the party held at the Armitage family house, the white family of our black main character's girlfriend. Almost all attendants are white as well, but Chris is relieved to not be the only black person in attendance. He introduces himself to Logan King, who stiffly greets him and feels far removed from his similarities to Chris. When someone joyfully asks Chris about the black experience, Chris offers the question up to Logan, suspicious of his behavior. Prior to this interaction, his conversation with the black housekeepers gave him a sense of unease, and now Logan. While Logan tries to evade the question, Chris fails to record him in secret, flashing the camera when he takes a picture. The camera is tight on Logan's face as the moment goes silent, the light leaving his eyes with a high-pitched ringing before frantically ordering Chris to leave the house.
Get out.
Sorry, man.
Okay. Get out!
Yo!
Yeah!
Yo! Chill, man.
Get out!
Chill!
Now back inside, we wait on the couch with Chris as Logan has a private discussion with Miss Armitage, who is a hypnotist, and returns to the party back to normal. The film's point of view positions the audience as Chris, or black men in America, because we are shown the ignorant comments of the non-black attendants at the party, as well as Logan King's odd behavior, but we are withheld from the truth. Logan King is using Andre Hayworth as a host body, and the attendants are about to bid for Chris's next. The horror is objectification masked as color blindness. The racism is hidden, or not as blatant as Chris thought it could have been. Here, the title is a play on our expectations. The family isn't telling Chris to get out when they lured him in the first place. We are telling him to get out. Through Chris's point of view, we share his suspicion of the situation and the Armitage family allyship. In fact, we either follow Chris or Rod, his best friend, or Andre once at the beginning. And when we don't, it's because Chris loses his autonomy, tied up in the basement, transitioning in and out of the sunken place, and watching instructional videos on what is about to happen to his body. Only then can we see the procedure, watch Dean Armitage slice the recipient's head open for surgery. During this, we also see more of Rod's perspective and his urgency to find out what's wrong with Chris. Leading up to this moment, every detail Chris notices, we notice. Through his perspective, the story unfolds in ways that we would not have expected. That's the mystery. Not only are the black characters hypnotized, that much we could have assumed, but their subconscious is hidden and replaced as they act as the host for a white perspective. We meet the cop earlier who asks for Chris's ID without reason, and when a cop pulls up while Chris is using self-defense against his ex-girlfriend, we expect the cop from earlier to appear when it's actually Rod. We expect the white family to be racist in the traditional way, but they lean more towards liberal beliefs. The threat still exists, it's just not what we or Chris expected. Next, I'll use Corrigan's lens to answer these POV questions. Is the film mostly objective or subjective? Get Out explores the subjective, racist belief of favoring black bodies but favoring the white mind as a part of the white character's beliefs in biological advantage, and makes this their twisted motivation. We can see this thought process in real time when Dean, the family patriarch, tells Chris about his father almost being in the Olympics until he was replaced by a black runner who was faster than him and got to compete in front of Adolf Hitler. Dean admires the moment, saying that the black competitor got to prove Hitler's ideals about Aryan superiority wrong, but he admires the black body that did it, not the person who competed. We see this again at dinner, when Chris is told by his girlfriend's brother that with his frame and genetic makeup, he would be able to beat anyone in a fight. The beliefs of the non-white characters and the truth are greatly separated. Objectively, there is no proven racial biological advantage. What is restricted versus unrestricted? We know only what Chris knows, but once he has lost his autonomy in the sunken place or in the leather chair, we see the truth behind the family's facade. The viewer is finally allowed to enter the surgery room once Chris finds out what's about to happen to him and what happened to the others. Does the film push you into a particular alignment? Suspicion. Chris is slowly realizing things and then the mystery is revealed. As the viewer, we also believe that Rose is innocent because Chris believes Rose is innocent. What is the POV control? The POV switches between Chris and Rod for the most part, navigating through the perspective of a black man made to feel comfortable at first, but realizes his suspicions were right. Also, the more time we spend with a likable character, the more we'll want them to succeed. Get Out is historical and culturally experienced adaptation. As horror has always acted as a form of social commentary, Get Out marked the beginning of a new subgenre where socially conscious writing and racial themes were a part of the horror itself. It communicates to the audience that there is no post-racial America where you can claim to be colorblind. The well-meaning Armitage family exists through untrue, disturbing, and racist ideology. Thanks for watching!